Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again in this YouTube astrological segment. I'm going to be talking about having a Scorpio Sun and Leo Moon in a natal chart. Now, first off, the basic character, which is the Sun, in this case, the Sun being in Scorpio, can be very resourceful, resilient, willful, intense, empowering, and probing. Now, the unconscious side, which is the Moon, and this case, the Moon being in Leo. The sun is the conscious and the moon is the unconscious. And with the moon being in Leo, this could be, unconscious, it'd be some need for grandeur, or, expressing or being dignified as far as traits go, dignified, proud, um, extroverted, extravagant, gregarious, and confident as well. I'm going to be kind of rewind. I want to elaborate and expound on this. What I'm talking about, of course, is the having a Scorpio Sun Leo Moon combination in the natal chart, having a Scorpio Sun and Leo Moon in your chart. Now, the thing is, this person may bring the Scorpio intensity, into something Leo related, which can include creativity, entertainment, party planning, sports, something associated with children, game production as some examples. And the sun in astrology reflects our basic wants. And the Scorpio sun, wants power, control, to transform, go beyond the surface, go beyond superficiality and subterfuge. Leo moon, they need praise. Moon is about our emotional needs, and Leo moon needs praise, attention, entertainment, drama. And the sun in astrology represents our true self, and the true self in this case being the sun in Scorpio. It can be incisive, mysterious, passionate, relentless, and obsessive. You have the inner self, which is the moon. And the moon in this case, being in Leo, inner self can be self assured, even bombastic, showy, gregarious, magnanimous, and generous. The sun in astrology is connected with our drive and motivation. And this person may be driven and motivated, which is the sun, to make a major change or transformation, which is Scorpio. And with the moon in Leo, it might be done, maybe done with more pride and confidence, maybe even with that Leo ferocity. And also it could be, transforming the lives of children. Um, Now, this could be more adverse, I would say, if this is in square aspect. A square aspect in astrology is 90 degrees. I use a 10-degree orb if at least one personal planet is involved. In this case, you have two personal planets involved. If the Scorpio sun is at 19 degrees and the Leo moon is at 25 degrees, that would, as an example of a square aspect. And you have to keep in mind, the Scorpio sun, wants to be secretive and be mysterious, and they want their privacy. But the Leo moon, has that need, emotional need, for extroversion, gregariousness. Even it could be entertaining, it could be party production, it could be just being at parties and being the life of the party. So you have a very strong um, contrast. This could be somebody that may just be getting, seeking attention. It could be for, shining and, Scorpio related things. It could be something with the occult, which includes astrology, or something with psychology or locksmithing, or making some kind of major change or transformation. It may be something connected with investigation or forensics, as some examples. Now, the sun in astrology, represents the biological father. And with the Scorpio sun, the biological father may actually be a Scorpio sun, moon, or ascendant, or embody those characteristics. And the moon represents the mother. And with the Leo moon, the person's mother may actually be a Leo sun, moon, or ascendant, or embody those traits. And it's also about the perception of these people. The Scorpio Sun, you may perceive the biological father as somebody that's resourceful, empowering, transforming, resilient, probing, but you may also see um, the biological father as somebody that may be vengeful or vindictive, jealous, manipulative, and overly fixated on things. Now, having a Leo moon, the moon can be the perception of the mother. Now, the person may perceive their mother as somebody that's, you know, could be a gregarious, magnanimous, generous, extroverted, a person, that is charismatic, um, that's creative, but at the same time perceive the mother as somebody that might be overly arrogant, bombastic, showy, and attention-seeking, as some examples. Um, in the sun, astrology is about our actions, and the moon represents our reactions and responses. Now, the Scorpio sun, the person may act in a way, that's with a lot of, emotional intensity, a lot of passion, a lot of desire. And if the Leo moon, the reactions may be with that Leo, could be that Leo-like ferocity, but can still have, some exuberance. And reactions can be, very, you could say, you know, done with a lot of confidence and self-assurance, to say the absolute least. And again, you do have a very, strong disparity between this energy, like you do in many sun moon, combinations. But what I wanted to say is, if again, going back to the square aspect, if you have your Scorpio Sun and Leo Moon, making a square aspect, what it could do is it could, indicate the propensity for divorce or separation with the biological father and mother. So it does, but at the same time, a lot of this would be, is predicated on the actual synastry between those two persons, their individual charts, as far as their compatibility goes. And another thing too, when you have the Scorpio Sun and Leo Moon, naturally these two signs are both fixed signs. This could be a very willful, intransigent combination, and a lot of this, this could be, if you look in the chart naturally for contraindicators and modifying influences. If you have, like, say, preponderance of major astrological energy in mutable signs, this could offset this to some degree, or even an ascendant that is more, flexible. A mutable ascendant, if you have like a Gemini or Pisces ascendant, say if you have the Scorpio Sun Leo Moon combination in your natal chart, but you have a Pisces or Gemini ascendant, then this could modify this. It could even modify it strongly, because the person outwardly, could project a demeanor or nature that is, a lot more, flexible, and adaptable. So you got to look at the whole picture. Pisces rising can be very, malleable, and can adapt to a lot of different circumstances and environments. And of course, Gemini rising, could be very pliable, to say the absolute least. It's a sign, that's very, versatile, and they don't have generally much problem adjusting to, different, situations. The sign Gemini rising outwardly, they could be very changeable and mercurial, so they don't have, really that much problem making adjustments. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying, stay well.